Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today we're going to discuss sight words, also known as fry words or Dolch words. And we're specifically going to focus in on the words that can be decoded and the words that can't be decoded on those lists and how to help our kids. So when I was in the classroom, and things I encourage students to do now, is we like to color code words to kind of give students an idea of what they're thinking and what they're doing. So for this video, I used my decodable color as pink. In the classroom, I never would because pink paper is expensive. I would use white index cards, white printer paper, white construction paper, whatever I get my hands on to make my cards when we were practicing or for my bulletin boards. So here's a great example of a word that can be decoded. Students could tell me each sound in the word and they could go ahead and tell me the whole word easily. So that would be one thing I would teach kids. All these words that are on white cards, these are decodable words. We can sound those out. Now, we know in the English language, there are words that you cannot decode. They do not follow any phonics rules, and they are called tricky words. I get that word from CKLA. I'm a big fan of their skills curriculum. And before I just taught students, before I knew that, this is a word that can't be sounded out. It doesn't follow the rules. It's a rule breaker is what I used to tell my students. Now I tell them it's a tricky word. And those words are always on yellow paper, yellow cardstock, yellow index cards. So when they see that, they know this word cannot be sounded out. This is actually my favorite word that students decode or attempt to decode because they always say was. And I think it's adorable. I always say thank you so much for trying to use your decodable skills, but this word right here is not decodable because it doesn't follow the rules. It's tricky. So there's a couple other things I do to help students when I'm working with them. Of course, when we're going over and teaching it, we're using that color coding. But when they're moving into their readers or they're moving into text that they're reading offline, those things are not going to be color coded for them. So if I still have a student who's struggling, what I'll do is I will go through the yellow highlighter and highlight the words that are not decodable in that text, just so that way they are working on their decoding skills and not getting frustrated on those words that aren't decodable. I don't know how many times I've seen people not meaning to, but they have said, sound that word out. And it's like, they can't. It's not decodable. So this way, students aren't getting frustrated on a word like was and trying to decode it when in reality, they just need to know it's was. So I hope you found this helpful. I do have a link down below for a free PDF file that tells you which words are decodable and which ones are not, so you can use them with your children, your students, whoever that you need to help with their reading skills. And I hope you guys come back for next week's video. Bye guys!